this concept of phases. Everyone goes through a phase. So even men go through phases. I'm like, I'm a boy, then I'm a bad boy, then then I'm a man, that whole thing. With women, you hear this, well, it was just my hoe phase, right? After college.
Nonsense.
What is it?
Nah, there's no such thing as a hoe phase. It's just, that's your life. Like the whole phase is a,
well, then there's a
is
come to
code.
Jesus moment. And then they kind of say, I want to replace my hymen and become a virgin again.
Right.
And that whole thing.
I won't.
I think everything
Say I
is
won't.
fucking
But here's
won't.
my question.
business.
So let's just say there is a hoe phase that women kind of get
Right.
slutty, and that's cool. It's after
You're a hoe,
college, they
you're a
do
hoe.
their
This
thing.
business is business.
And then they kind of become a one-man woman. Is it realistic for women to be like in the independent phase and then sort of find their traditional lane to fill? Like let's say you were raised in a traditional family, you went through an independent phase, but now you're looking for that more traditional role. That seems to be fairly realistic, no?
I also think it's part of the rite of passage for a high value woman is the ability to be strong, be alone, and build a lifestyle for yourself. And then the hope is that a high value man will come and like you said, relieve you of that. I also think that like there's something so attractive about hearing you speak and seeing how you're opinionated, you're feminine. It's not like the second a woman opens her mouth, oh, she lost her value. She needs to be just pretty and stand and take care of my kids. So yeah, I think that there's a balance of feminine and masculine, internal and external.
Yeah, because I use Nat as a barometer because Nat, I wouldn't say she's completely traditional, but she's no like independent, I don't need no man boss. If there is a balance.
I promise you, there's so many people have a crush on you that are watching this right now.
But even our friend Emily over here,
Yes.
who's looking into hymen replacement surgery, as adorable as that is, you hit the nail on the head. You said, I'm not one or the other. There's a balance. And I think that's important to point out.
Thanks.
Yes?
Yeah.
I do my best.
I mean, none of these women are saying, I want to move to Saudi Arabia. Like, that's the lifestyle I want. The migration of women from here to Saudi Arabia is very minimal.
Okay, so let me ask you the question, because you talked about your issue with the red pill community. When you're here for that, you actually had high praise for a lot of it. How realistic is it for men to actually expect that from a woman, to just stay home, cook, clean, raise the kids? I'm going to make all the money. I'm going to be out there. You just stay in the kitchen. Is that even realistic these days? And if it is, how realistic is it?
Well, didn't we just mention that only 10% of men make above $100,000 a year?
Correct.
The cost of living is literally raising every single day. Why are eggs $6 for fucking 12 of them? It's not realistic anymore for the man to be the sole breadwinner and be able to provide. Like the average man, if you're making $40K a year, it's going to be very hard to raise like a big family like that traditional man might want on that low income.
But
So
it's
basically you're
that,
saying,
though.
hey, buddy, you want a traditional woman? Go make more money.
Be a traditional man.
But it's not even about that, though. You see, if I'm your man, right? Whatever I'm telling you to do, whatever instructions I'm giving you, you should do that. So if I'm making 40K and I say, listen, we need to make 80K, I'm gonna need you to go get this job, work from this time to this time. So you're still listening to me, and that would be like a traditional woman. You're listening to your man. You're basically following his lead. You feel what I'm saying?
It depends on who the man is.
Right. So
Wouldn't you
either way,
say-
it's the same concept.
But wouldn't you say if you put your woman in that position and then she gets to a point maybe she starts to make more than you, now you pushed her into being more of a modern woman because of your set of instructions?
No. Because you know why? Because it's not about the money. It's about the man. So she's listening to me because she finds value in me and she sees me as that guy. So I could be making $1 a year. It doesn't matter. She could be making $1 million a year. If my woman's making $1 million a year and I'm making $1 a year, I have $1,001,001. Do you see what I'm saying? And then all I'm doing is I'm creating the structure of my relationship. And so she's following me because I'm the man. So the money is inconsequential. The only reason money becomes an issue, and I always tell guys this, it becomes an issue because she never saw you as a man in the first place, and she was basically seeing you as the money. So now that let's say a guy lost his job or something, he was making good money, 6 figures, whatever. He loses his job. she doesn't respect him anymore. You see this happen a lot. Or she wants to divorce him, or she's doing whatever it is because she never respected him in the first place. She was only with him because of what he can do for her and provide him and for that situation. But she didn't like the man behind the money. She has to like the man behind the money. So it doesn't matter how much money she's making. She likes the man behind the money, and that's what it is.
So I'm gonna give you like yes, I agree, and then a disagree. So if you don't mind. Totally understand. The woman has to respect the man. Like, she has to be attracted to him. He's got to be a leader. All that and then some.
Right.
But I also think it's fair to say, based on the principle of hypergamy, and I know that you're being sort of outlandish with the $1 million versus $1, but I don't think these days a chick is going to be with some dude that ain't bringing home the bacon. I just don't.
But that's the thing. The reason why she won't be with him, like I said, hypergamy only matters when you're the regular burger, like I was saying earlier. Because if your woman is with you, but mainly she's with you just for money, then if I meet another guy who has more money than you, then I'm gonna leave you for the guy who has more money than you. But if she's with you because she loves you, the man who you are, she can't find a better you. She can't find another you. You're the only one of your kind. Right. So therefore, if she respects you, it doesn't matter how much money you're making or she's making, everything is gonna be how it needs to be because you already implanted that situation in her.
This is the importance of it. Not everything is black and white. There's a gray area. But I think I hear you and I understand that. And I think there's a lot of men out there that are like, yeah, I agree with Lucario for sure. But I also think that you're kind of discounting lifestyle. If a dude is not able to provide the lifestyle that woman wants, she's going to be like, all right, you're great. You're awesome. You're bringing it in all ways plus Sunday. But I'm paying your bills. I'm paying the rent. I'm the one paying for flights.
I agree.
I'm going to go find some dude that is just as dope as you, but he's going to pay for my lifestyle.
But see, and that's
I don't know if this, I think you're kind of discounting the financial aspect.
I don't know. I dated somebody and I made more money than them, but he provided a lot of the other things. I didn't give a fuck. Let's buy flights. Let's go to LA. Let's do this. Want a PS5?
How long did you date him for?
But then I felt like he was a year.
Okay. And why'd you break up with him?
Because towards the end of the relationship, he stopped being able to provide that emotional security.
But see,
he got insecure because you were making more money.
Once he stopped being able to provide the emotional security, then I'm like, why the fuck am I paying for this man's flights? Somebody else would be paying for my flights. And I started thinking about the money.
See, this is the issue, though.
She's looking for the BBD.
Right.
I'm not talking about what you got going on. I'm talking about bigger, better
and notice
deal.
what you said. You said paying for her lifestyle.
Yeah.
See, that's the issue. See, if a man gets with a woman, it's not about her lifestyle. This is why a man has to put a woman into his lifestyle. She has to become part of his program. And that's the problem with a lot of men. They're going along with the woman's program, which is why she doesn't respect them in the first place, which is why she's going to jump from him to another guy because she never respected him because he never had a program. So when her lifestyle is supposed to be his lifestyle, meaning that she's supposed to be following him. So if I like to skydive, the woman I'm with should love to skydive, not because I like it, but because she likes it and she found the man she wants to follow in that direction to continue to do that. The problem is men get with women where the woman is using him for her benefit and not to benefit the situation.
Let me say one thing, and then I know you had a point to make regarding the money, but let me say one thing. You know how they say that your network is your net worth? All right, who do you surround yourself with? Right. Your network is your net worth. Make sure you're around the right people, all that. So here's where I'm going. At one point in a previous relationship, I was rolling with some, let's just say some big dogs, right? All the dudes had money, mansions, they're doing their thing. I mean, I'm good. I was the poorest guy by far in this crew, okay? I knew I was the poorest guy in this crew when everyone jumped in the pool with all their jewelry on and I took my watch off. I was like, yeah, how do you want to risk it? That's how you kind of know, you know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm talking about. But point is, it's almost like being would you rather be the nicest house in the worst neighborhood or the worst house in the nice neighborhood? I was the worst house in the nicest neighborhood. Right. I'm rolling with dudes. And here's what I'm thinking. Girls are very impressionable, okay? Now, if my girl is sitting here, let's say Brody's my girl right here, and she's hanging out with this girl and this girl and this girl, and girls do, oh, where'd you get that ring? Where'd you get that bag? Oh my God, I went to Mykonos this summer, St. Bart's. Oh, where'd your man take you? Blah, 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 blah. They're doing that thing. And they start saying, hold on, what? What does your man do? Oh no, he's not, what? You're paying for everything? Now these girls are gonna be like, no, you can't, girl, you need it. Boom, you're done.
Right.
You're fucking done.
Right. Well,
And next thing you know, she's like, honey, this just isn't working. I've seen it before. So that's why I'm saying, like, I agree with you. There's so much of what I'm saying. The man has to be the fucking man, whether he's making fucking 40 grand a year or $4 million a year. Shout out to Kiana and what she's looking for. But the money does play a bigger role.
But that's because that guy doesn't have influence over his woman. It's that simple.
No, it's
Or maybe
biology.
she just has standards.
He doesn't have influence over her, meaning that, okay, check this out. Understand, even just in, like psychologically, how people just think about the way they think about things and the way they go about things. The reason why you usually do what you do is because you've been conditioned to think a certain way and to be a certain way, right? So what happens is that if you're not teaching your woman anything or teaching her how to be with you or enlightening her, upgrading her mind, then what happens is that she has no attachment to you. So most guys don't have an attachment to, most guys don't have women who are attached to them, meaning that the woman doesn't have a deep, connection to the dude. It's very surface level. So money is always surface level. And so what happens is of course, if you're a surface level dude, then yeah, definitely what you're saying is going to happen, meaning that if she finds someone who has more than you, she's going to be gone. That makes perfect sense. But the problem is that if you're a guy who doesn't know how to influence his woman, then she's going to be gone. Check this out. For example, I'm non-monogamous. My wife and girlfriend can see other men, right? I've been with my wife for 15 years. My wife's been with guys who are taller than me. I don't know about better looking. I think I'm the flyest dude ever. But, let's say she's been with guys better looking than me, more fit than me, have more money than me, right? And these guys, they would try, you know what I'm saying? They could try to get at her and everything like that, and she's still here with me. But the reason why she's with me is because I've influenced her. Like if you were to talk to my wife or even my girlfriend, some of the stuff they say would sound like you're talking to me. And that's because I have influence over them. The problem is most guys don't have influence over their woman, so it's easy for the girl to stray. This is why I used to sleep with, women who were wives and girlfriends, meaning that these women actually had boyfriends and husbands. And the reason why it was so easy for me to sleep with them, and this is when I was super broke, I was sleeping with women who had husbands who had millions of dollars, who made six figures. And the reason why I was able to do that was because those guys had no influence over their woman. So it was really easy for me to take their girl. I had women, check this out. I've actually saved marriages because I would have to tell the woman to go back to their man. They were trying to leave their man for me, and I was broke. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so give me an example of what you were doing to command that type of influence, and basically having a woman that's married to some multimillionaire trying to hang out with some broke dude.
Right, and the reason is this: is that one, she was attracted to who I was, who I am. Like I'm completely honest. I don't bullshit. I'm consistent. I let them know exactly what it is. They get a taste of who I am. So what happens is, in comparison to her man, she's like, okay, this guy is totally different than any guy I've ever met. My guy is cookie cutter. He's like any other guy. He's making six figures, but all of these other guys make six figures too. So there's nothing different about him. It's different about my man, but there's something different about Lucario. That small little thing is what drew her into me. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is that it was easy for me to take his girl because he didn't have any influence. Now, I did run into women who their men actually had more influence over their girl, and those were the hardest girls to get. Some of them I couldn't do it because they were so about their man, and I respected it because I was like, that guy has influence over his girl. So that's all I'm saying. Influence is very important, but in order to influence a woman, you have to first be able to influence yourself as a man, because that's the only way she's gonna believe you, because you believe you. You see what I'm saying?
All I'm hearing in my head right now is Mr. Still Your Girl? So if you like that clip, click right here to watch another, or if you want to watch the entire Soscast, click right here.